Here's some clips that I made from an earlier video that I made when I was making some sauerkraut, and video is going to be about what happens after this one, a month later after I got done fermenting. So when I opened up the top, everything was sort of as expected. I noticed that the stick that I used to press down the lid was not functional anymore. It just sort of it was still stuck up there, just that the cabbage had sunk down. So first thing I did was just sort of take the goop off the top of that lid that was sitting on top of the sauerkraut, and then I got a little fork along to the side and got the lid out of there. So there's the plastic lid that I had made, and if you watch the other video, you see that one's a little bit too large, and it looked good in there. Everything looked as expected. Just looked like kraut. It wasn't quite as yellow. It still had a little greenish tinge, so it probably could stand to go longer. But anyway, I decided I would can a few of these. Just sort of put some in the mason jar, and put it in the fridge. First thing I did was pull off the first layer, and I just put that in a separate jar. Then this is the second layer I pulled off, and it's more juicy. So the top was sort of dry, but now I need to put the lid back on. So what I'm going to do here is cut down the lid a little bit, and I did it by there were these little plastic tabs on there, and I just eyeballed about halfway down. I figured that would be pretty good. Just wanted to make something circular again if I could. It's sometimes difficult to make something circular unless you have sort of a guide. So I'm sort of got all these little individual cuts, and then I rounded it off, rounded each one of them off, and then once I got done, I sort of spun it a little bit and sort of got off the rough edges and washed it off, and then I was able to use that and have it go down flat. And so first I clear off. I'm just going to let this continue to ferment. So I'm going to clear off the sides again, and then drop in the plastic lid. And instead of putting a stick in there, this time I'm going to just put a gallon of water on top of it. It's about 8 pounds or something, and I think that should probably do it. So I haven't tasted it yet, but it looked and smelled like kraut. So successful batch. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and go back and watch that original video if that sparked your interest.